to y'all. What y'all doing today, baby? I long here.
From the bayou to the big stage, talking LSU Tigers, the Saints and those Cowboys. It's loud, it's Cajun, it's football season year-round with Coach and Red. This is Boudin and Crackling Sports Talk.
Welcome to Boudin and Crackling Sports Talk. I'm Coach, that's Red. Let's get into the NBA Finals, game number 2. Red, what you think about it, baby?
Coach, hold on, Bruce.
Oh, the man got to take a drink. He said, hold on. Did somebody choke? I think I'm reading the fact somebody is saying that was a choke job.
Oh, my God.
Now I understand.
I saw my light.
You
My
had
light
me-
flashing for my light.
You had me going there for a little bit. He's emphasizing that was a choke job, I believe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big time.
Wow.
Last video we did on YouTube, I said Wemby's gonna show up.
He did show up.
He was there.
He showed up. I saw him.
Physically,
I
was
saw
there.
him. That's
But-
for sure. Look, I'm gonna tell you what. This is gonna be kind of an oxymoron. You know what an oxymoron is, Red?
Like jumbo shrimp.
Jumbo shrimp. That's a great one. That's a really oxymoron. I thought it was when you took an idiot and you washed him with some of that OxyClean stuff.
Okay.
It's not one of them. Anyhow, oxymoron. When you say something just back asswards.
Yeah, that.
Back asswards. That's it. Even though the Spurs are down 2-0, I personally think they're the better team. I think they're getting beat by experience.
Okay.
I think they are getting beat by experience. When you break down the Spurs team, let's look at their main players. Wemby, was he 22 years old?
Yeah.
You got Castle, 21 years old. Then you got what's the other kid? The stocky kid. I can't think of his name. Harper. You got Harper. He's a rookie. Listen, these guys that are playing major minutes, they all super young. And I don't necessarily think it's the spotlight that's getting to them. I think they're playing ball. Look, when you come down, you are in the NBA Finals, and you miss, for NBA standards, a relatively easy shot, 16-footer, by probably what should be the league MVP. When you miss that shot, you in the game. You missed that shot that could have won the game with 2 seconds to go.
16-footer, but he is 8 foot tall.
But that means he should have just dunked it, huh?
That's technically a layup.
He should have just dunked it at that point. I mean, but I don't think it's the bright lights that's getting to him, because let's be realistic. New York, most of their players hadn't been on this stage consistently, and then none of them have. Well, I ain't gonna say none of them, but most of them have not been on the final stage. They've had some deep playoff runs. Brunson and them made a relatively deep playoff run last year, but some of that cast of characters has changed with Harden, Alvarado, and all them coming in. I think it's an experience thing, and I think in the long run, it may be something that the league is going to pay for, because the Spurs, if they learn these lessons at such a young age, and look, I realize right here it sounds like I'm still puffing up the Spurs. Listen, right now New York is the team. They up 2-0 going home. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Hey, by the way, Red, if we got any sponsors out there, we don't mind going to the game. Now, between the three of us, we probably need 4 seats, because we got some wide bodies. But, hey, look, if you want to send us to the game, we'll give you a shout out. I promise you that.
Okay.
But did you see some of the prices for some of them games in Madison Square Garden? There are kids that won't go to college because their parents are going to this game. Let's just put it that way.
Coach, so many celebrities or famous people or
People that think they're famous. They may be famous in their mind. They're probably not famous in my mind. Because when they scan that crowd, I'm like, who is that? Who that? I'm not even yelling for the Saints. I'm just really asking the question, who that?
Well, you got to turn the TV off of that 4-letter network every once in a while.
I don't. Look, that's all I watch. Look, that's why I'm doing this. All right? Look, when it's all said and done, I'm gonna tell you what's should be disappointing for the Spurs. Percentage-wise, they outshot New York.
Yes.
They outshot New York at home and still lost.
Blew another lead though.
Blew another lead. Well, I'm not gonna say that. They didn't have much of a lead.
It was a 12-point lead. It was a double-digit lead in the first half.
True, but okay. I'll give you credit for that. Listen, New York is in a great spot. Obviously, being up 2-0 going home is a great spot. But New York is a team that's going to shoot a lot of threes. Role players at home tend to shoot even better. So if they do any better than what they've been doing, who's your MVP right now?
Brunson or Cat.
I think it's Cat. Look, in the last game, Cat had a double-double. Look, he had
2 in a row.
21 points, 13 rebounds. All right. Now, let me tell you a stat that sticks out in my mind. Wemby had 3 offensive rebounds. 3. Cat had 10 defensive rebounds.
Okay.
Now, let's stop and think about that. That means when San Antonio's on offense, shot goes up, they brick it. They shoot like me. All right, they brick it. Wemby gets 3 rebounds, Cat gets 10. Now, I understand the defense is on the inside. Trust me, I understand the defense has the position to begin with. But why do you think Wemby only has 3 offensive rebounds?
Was he more of on the outside like he was in game 1?
That's my whole point. See that? Rand can read my mind, and I'm going to tell y'all why that's impressive. Because it's usually blank. And he can still read it. Wemby got 3 offensive rebounds, and the reason being is because his buddy's sitting out there 30 feet from the basket with his hands up saying, give me the ball so I can jack up a 4-point play.
Doing his best Steph Curry.
He's trying to be Steph Curry, but listen, and again, we talked about this in the last episode. For a 7-footer, 7'4", the boy can shoot. He's the best 7'4" guy to ever play in the NBA. I'll give him that. But you're not Steph Curry.
No.
You need to be taking shots in stride in the offense when you're open. Other than that, your big, long, slanky self need to be inside where 7'4" guys go.
Yeah.
Because when you get 3 offensive rebounds,
that's not much.
I mean, realistically, your guard should be getting that.
Right.
Your guard should be getting that. Much less somebody that's 7'4". I'm just telling you.
Oh, I know you're high on the Spurs, but
I would. I don't know. Right now, I ain't high on
their
Wait,
future.
hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
On their future. I know you're high on the Spurs for their future.
Might be high on something else here.
Um,
I am high on the Spurs' future. That's for sure.
I remember a lot of people saying the same thing about the Thunder 15 years ago. Or
Are you talking about the KD
Russell Westbrook
and Westbrook? He said Westbrook. See, look, we need one of them, Red. Y'all don't get all the Reds jokes. I'm telling you.
And
James Harden
and the beard.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. You got him. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
I distinctly remember
Mr. Flopposaurus.
Yes, I distinctly remember people saying, "Oh, don't worry about the Thunder. They're young. They're going to be back." And that team never made it back.
Okay, so here's the thing. Did that team not make it back because of talent or lack of talent? Why did they not make it back?
The fact is, they never made it back.
Listen, you're right.
Well, they traded Harden, which was a mistake.
It was egos, right?
Right.
When it all came down to it, it became egos. And egos became, I got to get my money. I got to get mine. I want my playing time. Listen, when it's all said and done, there was only one ball.
You had James Harden and Kevin Durant on the same team, and then you also had Russell Westbrook forcing up shots.
Which, hold on. If we gonna talk about Westbrook, and listen, that's a great word for him. The boy is not a great outside shooter by far, but didn't he win MVP twice?
You still can't shoot.
How many times did Durant win MVP? How many times Harden win? So I think he got as many MVPs as the other two combined. He got to do something.
shooting wise, he was nowhere near the player. He was more of a penetrator, right?
I agree with, but is that not shooting also?
No, shooting.
You talking about a perimeter shooter,
Right?
A perimeter shooter. Let's clarify that. Perimeter shooter. I agree. The boy. Matter of fact, I think last week he came over and I beat him in a game of hearts. I'm telling you, I beat him in a game of hearts. Look, he didn't even have to get the last 3 letters.
Nope.
I beat him in that game. I'm just telling you, it is what it is. I tore him up, boy. I tell you what.
I can see the Spurs going down that road eventually. They're not getting along. They're going front office going to make.
Wait. What
We're
do you
going
mean?
to forget about them.
Wait. Oh, you mean they are starting off getting along?
They're going to travel that Thunder road.
Thunder from 15 years ago.
Right.
Because the Thunder right now have been able to keep their main players together.
Right. The Durant, Westbrook, Harden, Thunder.
Okay, so this is the one thing I'll say differently about the Spurs team than that Thunder team. I think, first of all, on this team, there is a defined alpha.
Okay.
Where I don't think on that Spurs team from whatever it was 12, 14 years ago, I don't think that was a defined alpha. I think they were all battling to be the alpha. And I'm not saying that's not going to come in the next year or two. Right now, there is a defined alpha on the Spurs team. All right. The next thing is, all these guys, I ain't going to say all these guys, a lot of these guys are really in their first year of their contract. So they got another 2 or 3 years for most of them. I think for the vast majority of the Spurs team, they're going to be here for a minimum of 2 more years. Kind of like the Thunder. Look, they beat the Thunder. But it's not like the Thunder players went anywhere. They basically got the same team, and they're probably going to have most of the same ones back next year. My guess is they may lose Dort. But, and look, after Chet did his disappearing act in Game 7, and, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I told y'all what he was useless, right?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all ever seen a boar hog? Y'all ever seen a boar hog? It don't matter if it's in the woods or what it is. You see a boar hog? That joker got teats. You know what a teats is? It's some little titons. It's some titons. They're useless. Ain't nobody uses them, right? They got no need for them. That was Chet Holmgren. Chet, you was a boar's teats. Hey, look, you know what? That's my goal on this show. Every time I can make Red laugh, I know I said something somewhat funny.
Boudin and Crackling official.
Boudin, hey, you are officially Boudin and Crackling boar hog teats. Put that on a t-shirt, huh? Put that on the t-shirt. Hey, that's going to be on a meme coming to you, baby. On a meme coming to you. Oh, so let's talk about Game 3. Going to Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
What's that place going to be like?
Loud. Very, very loud.
This is it's going to be loud. Don't get me wrong. That place is going to be crazy. But I think the craziness is going to be more outside than inside. I'm going to tell you why. You already said it. Who's going to be inside?
You think it's going to be more like a Cowboys stadium where
Well,
all the quiet, sophisticated people?
Well, you just said it's going to be all the actors in there. I mean, they're not going to be going crazy like the Cajuns on a Saturday night in Death Valley.
Tracy Morgan's pretty crazy.
I tell you what, I tell you. How y'all like that invitation? That wasn't too far, was it? Fuck, who y'all? Look, I think that was spot on. Tracy Morgan, Spike Lee, Ben Stiller, what's that that younger actor that's always there? I can't think of his name. I don't know that guy. Like you said,
that guy, yeah.
Yeah, that's him. He gonna be there, but they not gonna be going.
The guy with the 2 feet, yeah, that acts sometimes.
I think he got almost 10 toes.
Okay.
But look, you're right. They gonna have a lot of spotlight, a lot of money, but those guys are not necessarily the ones that's really gonna be tearing it up, making noise in the crowd, are they? They gonna go woo when they see the camera on them. I'm just telling you. Look, they gonna be loud, but I don't think they gonna be Seattle Seahawks loud. I don't think they're finna be LSU Death Valley loud.
Staples Centers in the 2000s was rocking. They had a bunch of movie stars there.
It's all relative. When you say it's rocking, it's all relative. I'm just telling you. All right. So what you think about Game 3?
Knicks.
Look, I'm going to say, obviously the Knicks have the advantage. But y'all want the truth? I don't think home court's going to mean anything in this series. I really don't. I don't think it matters if they play in San Antonio. I don't think it matters if they play in New York City. I don't think it matters if they go play in a playground somewhere. I think these two teams are just going to drop the gloves and get after it. And really, whoever makes big plays and makes big shots at the end of the game is who's going to win. Now, a couple of episodes ago, you said what's been the overriding statement so far in this series, and that the Knicks are going to win the series according to you because they have the best closer, Brunson.
Right.
So far, that's been true. Far, that's been true.
I'm going to go with the Knicks. Just until the Spurs show me and Wemby shows me that he can finish the game, I'm going to go with the Knicks.
Well, I'm going to go with the Spurs. You know why?
Because you're ornery.
Because I'm ornery. Didn't the water boy say something about why them alligators so ornery? Because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
Something wrong with your medulla oblongata?
Something wrong with your medulla oblongata. No, Colonel Sanders. No, Colonel Sanders. Are you kidding me? Look, so I'm. You know what? Listen, my brain tells me it's gonna be the Knicks. My brain tells me I think the Spurs will get one. I think the Spurs will. I don't think New York is good enough to sweep them. I think both of these games have been competitive enough, and I realize game one was a 10-point game, but the Spurs had a lead with 2 minutes to go.
Right.
That was a whole bunch of free throws and junk like that at the end. Both of these games, I think all these games are going to be so competitive. Maybe I just want it to go 6 or 7 because it's competitive.
It's been fun to watch.
It's been a great series to watch. It's not a boring series. There have been some series in the past that I'm like, 2 months later, who was in the finals? I don't remember. I think we're going to remember this one, no matter who wins it.
Yeah.
I think we're going to win this one. Anyhow, stick around, baby. Boudin and Crackling Sports Talk.
You can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok. Email the show at boudinandcracklingsports@gmail.com.